Bismillah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Assalamu alaikum. You know, believers and people who love God are unique in a way. The statistics on how many believers are in the world are not accurate. If it says that, like, I don't know what the percentage is exactly, but I know it's somewhere around 3/4 of the world's population believes in the Creator. Okay, and some kind of creator. They have some kind of religion where they say that God, however they believe it to be. But a large number, the fastest growing religion in the world today is Islam, and the biggest is Christianity. But so for 3/4 of the world to be claiming that they believe in God, there's something dramatically wrong with that picture or that concept, because alhamdulillah, the world that we live in is not very godly. So either some of these people are lying, or they have a misunderstanding of what God truly is. In the Garden of Eden, in the Bible and in the Quran, it speaks of this. When Adam eats the fruit, is when the serpent comes and deceives Adam and Eve into eating the fruit of knowledge, the tree of knowledge, eating from the tree of knowledge. The serpent, in the Bible, it tells it, hey, surely, God's not going to cast you out for that. He knows you're not going to die. He knows you're not going to die. You're just going to become smart. And, we didn't think, you might say, well, what's wrong with being smart? Well, let me make you understand something. Look at the world that we're in today, and then think about that question that you're asking again. If we think we're smart, we think we are the point to all of this, that the universe and the world and other people are all set up to serve us, that it's all about us. We're unthankful for what God has given us, and it's not our fault. We've been led away from the straight path by the evil one. When he was cast out of heaven, he promised God, he said, you won't find most of them thankful. For 75% of the world to say that they believe in the one true creator of the heavens and the earth, the sustainer of all existence, when they make this declaration, or they say this or confess this, then they should be living the way that the Creator said to live. And the true Creator of the heavens and the earth is not a God of oppression, is not a God of injustice, is not a God of liars, is not a God of mischief and corruptness, fornication, greed, pride, arrogance. This is the common attitude of the world in this dunya. This is what this system is arrogance and pride and oppression. And the rich are the rich and the poor are the poor, and there's separation in everything. There's separation in religion, there's separation in politics, there's separation in neighborhoods, countries, black, white, Chinese. We find so many ways to separate ourselves. Yet the truth of the matter is that there is no separation. Scientifically, even if these atheists who think that they're smart, even they will tell you that everything everything can be traced back to the beginning of time, to the beginning of the creation, the Big Bang, or whatever they want to call it. But see, I am a Muslim, and I don't say these things because I am grateful for the Creator. And when I commit haram, or when I sin, I say I sin. I don't say that it's okay. I don't say that I should do this. I say that I need to work on this, and may Allah forgive me. May God forgive me. I try to be humble. I try to, do good deeds. I try to ask forgiveness to God. I try to think of death, because when a man thinks of death constantly, he starts making better choices with the life that he has, with the life he's living. Because one promise that we're made when we're born is that we're going to die eventually. And we find each day that we go out of our house, we find different situations where we could potentially be killed. Crossing the street, you could potentially be killed crossing the street. You could potentially die sitting here watching this video right now, have a brain aneurysm, and just kill over and die. It's physically possible. we're so ungrateful to the Creator. When you think about it, there's several active super volcanoes in the world, and if one of them explodes, one of them goes off, if there's a slight movement in the Earth's crust or whatever that triggers this volcano to go off, everything in the world eventually is going to die very soon because of the hazards that come along with a situation like that. We've seen time and time again where natural disasters kill, several people. Look at the earthquake in Haiti. Look at the thing that happened in Thailand. Look at New Orleans when Hurricane Katrina went through. We've seen over time, we know in our history that whole civilizations have been destroyed. Civilizations have disappeared off the face of the earth. And still, we do what we do, and we can continue the same pattern and thinking that we are going to get it right eventually through whatever process. But yeah, that's true in a way, but there is a God. We have to recognize God, and we have to be thankful for life, because really every day that we get, every time the sun sets on us and rises on us, is a gift from God. It's another opportunity, another chance to do something that you didn't do the day before. It's another opportunity to get right, you know. And when people these days, it says the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that there will come a time when liars are made to look like they're truthful, and truthful people are made to look like they're liars. And that's exactly what's going on in the world today. Is the liars are the ones that everybody looks up to and idolizes. These ignorant people who exploit the abilities that God has given them and use it for negative, and use it to get people to pay attention to the wrong things instead of educate themselves. And this is the way the world is, and this is out of arrogance. Everybody thinks that they have a right to exploit and make money and be rich, and they think life is all about what you obtain and what you achieve. And some of these people who do this, they know exactly what they're doing, but they think that you, as a common person or a poor person, are undesirable. You are only here for their gain. They entertain you like monkeys, and they make money off of doing it. There's a Drake song that he does with Mary J. Blige, and it's called Mr. Wrong, and it says something to the effect of the what does it say? The benefits from working made me an addict. There's way more people that want it than people that have it. I would hate to think I tricked them. They fall victim to my system. And if you really think about what he's saying there, I don't think he's talking about a woman. I think he's really talking about his fans. And when you think about it, we do idolize these people, these famous stars. That's why when a star dies, like Whitney Houston died, peace be with her, or may she rest in peace, whatever. But when she died, millions of people, talking about it and crying about it and pasting it on Facebook and this and that. But thousands of people are dying every day in Syria. Thousands of people dying in Africa from starvation. People are dying for their freedom, fighting oppression, and we say nothing. And it's because we idolize these actors and these singers and these famous people, because we want what they have. And truly, we don't want what they have. These people are lonely people. They have to hide. They can't go out in public without people harassing them. They can't have normal lives. They usually die young. These people are depressed too, just like you and me. They still have human emotions. Just because they have money doesn't mean they're happy. You can't buy happiness. You can't find peace. You can't buy peace or contentment. You get peace and contentment through serving your Creator and finding out who you are inside, knowing who you are and being content in whatever situation that you may be in. That's where you find true peace and true contentment. And inshallah, I hope that we all find that guidance and that understanding. Peace and love is not a hard concept to grasp. But it seems like in this world, even though 75% of us are saying that we're believers, in this world, peace is hard to comprehend, but war is easy. That we're always ready to war. We're always ready to separate ourselves from the other people of the world. We're always ready to point the finger and say this one's wrong or this one's wrong. But we never want to look in the mirror and say, well, maybe if I, fix myself, then I will be able to be wise enough to help others fix themselves. But it is what it is. The world is what it is. Allah has it in his hands, and he knows what's best for all of us. And believe it when I say Allah knows best what's in the breast of men. And people, a lot of people who say they believe in God, they better hope and pray that God doesn't exist, which they can hope and pray all they want, because God is real. You know, if you could see evil, you can look at the world and you could say it's messed up, then you have to know that God is real. Okay, and just because it's messed up, you know, these people, they make me laugh when they say, well, if there was a God, then the world wouldn't be the way it is. Hey, you know, what you think? It's a test. You know, we made a mistake. We did what we did. We earned where we're at. We did this. It's not God's fault that we did what we did. It's not God's fault Adam ate the fruit, you know, and mankind went on the path that it went on. It's not God's fault. We only wrong ourselves. He's given us ample opportunity out of his forgiveness and his grace and his mercy. He is the most merciful and the most forgiving. He's given us plenty of opportunity, plenty of messengers to all nations, to all people. He's given us a path, a way to establish a relationship, to declare his sovereignty, declare his worthiness, you know, his worthiness to be praised. You know, he is the sustainer, the creator of the heavens and the earth. You can look at the rotation of the planets and the perfection in creation and see that the creator who created it is perfect, you know, and it is what it is. People, the atheists, they are silly when they say, well, we believe in the Big Bang, but we don't believe in God. Go get some C4 and blow something up and see if you create perfection, because that's what the Big Bang supposedly was, is an explosion. So, and that explosion, the way that it ended up is perfection. I mean, perfected to sustain and to support life. Everything is just perfect. Yeah, I mean, you can find the perfect the perfect the perfect examples of perfect, or God's perfectness, in the smallest things, the designs on a flower, or the way that everything plays its part in existence. You know, the way that the bees pollinate the flowers, and the way that the rain brings, you know, this and that, you know, the chain of life. There's the perfection in it all. And forgive me for getting twisted up and rambling, but I'm just talking about the magnificence of the creator, you know, the magnificence of his creation, and how unique and how perfect it is. There's no words, there's no name that can fully give God his due. So we all need to ask forgiveness. We all need to live the best that we can. We all need to strive for good. We all have to understand that we are men, and God knows we are men. God knows we sin. God is forgiving. If we truly are sorry, we will ask God. Uh, be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for the life and the opportunity. Be thankful for the trials. You know, be thankful for the chance to show your Creator that you're sincere and that you truly believe in Him. Because believe me, when you say you believe in God, you're going to be tested to see if you believe in God or not. This world is a test. You know, it says that in the Quran. It says, think that you were created so that you just be left alone just because what you say you believe. It don't matter. If you say you believe, you got to show it. This, what we're striving for is eternity. What we're striving for is heaven, the greatest gift, the most beautiful place, the most beautiful thing that you could ever think of. And not everybody's going to get it. You know, it's not something that you can get freely. It's something that you earn. And how you earn it is by submitting and worshiping and loving and doing your part and being sincere in the heart. The heart is the most important thing when it comes to loving God. The heart. Because out of the heart comes true obedience. Out of the heart comes through true submission. That's where it is. Because you cannot force submission. You can't force obedience. You can't force love. It has to be willing. Your free will. We're all free to do whatever we want. We are free to wrong ourselves, or we're free to submit and surrender and do the will of God. And I hope and pray that all of us decide to do that, even including myself, because I have things I need to work on myself. But I love you all. I hope that this wasn't too confusing. Peace and blessings be upon you. Wa alaikum salam.